Alright. If you want to see Hodaka motorcycles, these were Japanese and American made out of Oregon and Japan by the Hodaka Mountain. So they called them Hodaka. It was an American company, Pacific Basin Trading Company, owned by Shell Oil. But I built all these from bare frame. So what I start with is that frame right there and them two engine blocks. Clean, redo the frame, get it painted or powder coated, put new bearings, seals, everything into the engines. But this is my Hodaka building. We're going to start on this side over here. We got pictures of us ice racing up in Michigan. And this is my ice racer. It's a 100cc. Got a low pipe, lowered, 850 studs per tire. We race it on the ice up in Michigan. And I built a little 100cc trials bike just to put around with, climbing over stuff. And we got a street and trail model, which is the 100 Ace. It's a trail model. And I got me a 100 frame. Redid the front suspension to make it a little more spongy. Put a 125 combat motor into it. Big sprocket, big rear tire. And this thing will do wheelies forever. It's my wheelie popping bike. As long as you can keep it up on the back wheel, it'll ride it. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, doesn't matter. Then I built a 125 Wombat. And this is my 125 Wombat. My grandson, Brendan, he's 12 years old. He built a complete motor. That's his motor right there. He built it all by himself. Took him about 7 hours. Got it all finished. Now he's building a frame to put it in so he can actually ride. And we got a few motors. We got a Super Combat, which was the hottest 125 they ever built. That's a Super Combat. And we got a 100cc P serial numbered engine off of Ace 100. And we got the 92, which was the early one, but this one's been modified with a Super Rat cylinder and a 24mm carburetor. And we got some old posters when I was racing up in Michigan. That's me, and that's the Rat Pack, all three of us on Super Rats. Terry, Paul, and Tom. These are the different Hodakas that they built over the years. And we'll swing on back across here. I got my old Oldsmobile Runabout. This is a replica of a 1909 Oldsmobile Runabout. Has a 11.5 horse Briggs and Stratton motor into it, and we drive it in parades and things like that. It's a lot of fun to drive. Real slow, but gets around. And I built a board to show every engine part that goes in a Hodaka motor. And we'll swing up here. We start This is a 125J motor. That was in the Combat Wombat. 125H motor. And that was in the Wombat. We got a 100cc L, which is the Super Rat, the later version, the Model 98. Had a lot more fin, more power, everything than the early Super Rat. And we'll go over here. This is the 100M, which was the early Ace 100 Super Rat. And we got a 100P, came out of the Ace 100, A or B. This is the fifth motor, 100cc engine that Hodaka ever built. It was built in 1967 in the Model 92. And we have a 100cc E motor, and E motor was either in the Bonanza mini bikes or you could buy it off the shelf. Then we have a 90cc, that was the first bikes that they built real early on. Started about 65, they quit making Hodakas in about 76, 77 in that era. That's a 90cc. That's my leathers, my trophies. When we raced up in Michigan, first year I raced up there, I took third in the state. There's a few pictures here of me racing. Up in Stanton and Fife Lake, that's Fife Lake. That's Stanton, that was a TT track, real smooth, fast, one right turn and a jump. And then we move down to the bikes. These are my favorites here. This is a 1969 Hodaka Super Rat. First year they ever made the Super Rat. It's all completely restored. Started with the bare frame, built everything up. Everything is original on there. Then I joined the military in '74. Started racing around the military and converted it to a red, white, and blue. And used to race it at Fort Riley, Kansas. Took first place. I've always wanted a flat tracker, original flat track Hodaka. So now, since I had the money and the ability, I went ahead and built one. This is a Super Rat on steroids. It's the early Super Rat. It's got the big tires, Pirelli tires. It's got a Super Rat motor, bored out, ported as far as you can port the ports. Got a Webco head with a decompressor on it so you don't use your brakes. Running a 30mm McCuney carburetor. Fiberglass tank, fiberglass seat. Got a low expansion chamber on it. Fork brace. That's my baby there. And since I was in the military, I used to ride the military vehicles, so I built a Hodaka camouflage dirt bike. Got the dirt squirt pipe on it, make it more quiet, more of a milder motor, so it runs easier and not as much torque, but lots of just gut power. Built some racks on it to carry your stuff. I'm going to scan over everything here real quick. This is my Hodaka building. If you like Hodakas, like me, I just can't get enough of them. Drop down, there's the ice racer. I've got one more in another shed that I actually ride. It's a dirt squirt that I actually ride. Engine parts. Military. My flat tracker. Motocross. Brand, just like it would come from the factory. When I bought mine in 1971, it cost $450 brand new. Red, white, and blue. Even took a rim and made it to where I can hang my Hodaka cups up using a rim. It's a good idea if somebody's got a kitchen they want to hang pots and pans. Re-chrome that rim and fix it up where you can hang your pots and pans. This is it. We're going to move it now. We got to take all the bikes and everything out of here, and then we're going to get ready to move this thing.